November 22, 1963, remains one of the most grievously imprinted dates of American history. It was on this cold, somewhat ordinary Friday when the vibrant hope embodied by President John F. Kennedy was brutally halted by the crack of an assassin's rifle in Dallas, Texas. As the president's open limousine passed through Dealey Plaza that afternoon, not only did a life end, but a myriad of speculations began. The ensuing decades have been ripe with theories, some ponderous with concerns of deep political machinations, others shadowy with notions of mob involvement or perhaps even foreknowledge by foreign entities. What should have been closed with the slap of the Warren Commission's final report instead lingered and morphed into a hydra of suspicion that endures, pervasive and haunting. As dawn broke over Dallas on November 22nd, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, buoyed by a sense of optimism, embarked on what was intended to be a reconciliatory trip across political rifts in Texas. Crowds lined the streets, symbols of a public still largely enamored with their young president's charisma and the promise of a new frontier. Yet beneath the cheer, a nation fraught with Cold War tensions, civil rights struggles, and burgeoning Vietnam affiliations seethed with unrest. This contextual backdrop is pivotal in understanding the subsequent shock and brewing of conspiracies. The infamous Zapruder film, which captured the assassination, affords a visceral glimpse into those harrowing moments when a nation's trajectory altered violently. Kennedy's limousine turning onto Elm Street, the sudden confusion, Jacqueline Kennedy's instinctive reach across the trunk of the car. Each action has been dissected endlessly, both for evidence and comprehension. Yet the public's horror was matched only by its disbelief and the immediate thirst for clarity. As the news echoed around a stunned world, the initial grief was quickly compounded by questions. Why was security so lax? How could such a pivotal figure be so vulnerably exposed? It was this fertile ground of immediate chaos and the nature of the tragedy that primed an era for conspiracy theorizing, a discourse that began almost as soon as the gun smoke over Dealey Plaza cleared. The Warren Commission, established just a week after Kennedy's assassination and led by then Chief Justice Earl Warren, aimed to quash all rumors with its declaration that Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone. However, dissenting opinions and alternative theories rapidly seeded doubts. Could a single gunman achieve such deadly precision? Was there a second shooter, possibly on the infamous grassy knoll? These questions drew in everyone from amateur sleuths to seasoned investigators. One focal theory posits that organized crime, feeling betrayed by Kennedy's anti-mob rhetoric and actions, retaliated in extreme fashion. These conjectures were fueled further by Jack Ruby's murder of Oswald 2 days after the assassination, a dramatic event that seemed only to thicken the plot. Then, there remain those who consider involvement by elements within the U.S. government, driven perhaps by Kennedy's stance on Cuba or his perceived softness on communism. This factional dispute lends itself to scenarios where certain branches of the military or CIA, operating in a shadow realm, orchestrated events to remove a troublesome president. Each theory seeps deep into the consternation about opaque governmental processes and perceived betrayals, husking out a narrative that stretches far beyond the confines of official reports. While the Warren report endeavored to present clear-cut answers, subsequent investigations and revelations have only deepened public mistrust. The 1979 United States House Select Committee on Assassinations concluded, albeit gingerly, that Kennedy was likely assassinated as a result of a conspiracy, thereby refueling debates and underscoring concerns about evidence integrity, investigative oversights, and potential cover-ups. Forensic analysis over the years has brought some issues to light, and yet many crucial questions remain frustratingly unanswered. The acoustic recordings from Dealey Plaza suggesting a possible second shooter, the mysterious absence and subsequent alteration of key evidence, notably the president's brain, and myriad discrepancies in eyewitness testimonies muddle the factual landscape substantially. As we sift through the amassed data, each revelation or contradiction tends to lead not to clarity, but to increased complexity, advocating for broader inquiries rather than the soothing resolution of definitive truth. The Kennedy assassination theories have had profound, lasting impacts on American society and beyond, crafting a legacy of skepticism towards government transparency and accountability. This profound doubt has permeated various facets of American life, perhaps most notably in the realms of politics and media, where trust remains perennially fragile. Internationally, the assassination and its hodgepodge of attendant theories underscore the U.S. as enigmatic soft power, simultaneously a beacon of hope and object of profound conjecture. The global fascination with Kennedy, combined with the dramatic elements surrounding his death, embroiders a story that resonates worldwide, shaping perceptions of American democracy and its leaders. In conclusion, while the truth behind President Kennedy's assassination might forever elude definitive capture, the array of conspiracy theories it spawned continues to engage, provoke, and disturb. These theories are less about conclusive answers and more about the perpetual search for transparency and truth in a world where such ideals become increasingly elusive by the day. The Kennedy intrigue thus remains not only a pivotal historical event, but a relentless mirror to our collective fears and aspirations.